Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Bobby's Podcast. So I initially was going to do the podcast with my daughter Ella, but a lot of these are adult oriented and I don't feel comfortable talking about Viagra with my 10-year-old. So let's get into it. What celebrities using Viagra, you ask? I'm glad you asked me that question. John Leguizamo, you know him from tons of films. Most recently, I saw him on Tubi, on Tu Wong Fu, Thanks for Nothing. Thank you, Julie Newmar. I don't know what the movie is, but he's been in everything. Romeo and Juliet, he's just an iconic actor. He does everything. He was in Spawn. He was great there. He says he pays dearly to keep from losing his hair. So he says, quote, he's on Propecia, which makes your thing not work as much, so you have to take Viagra to undo the Propecia. Sometimes we don't need to know everything. Yet another adult story. George Clooney says he's done being a sex symbol. I'd be happy to take that role. He says, quote, I'm 63 years old. I'm not trying to compete with a 25-year-old leading man. That's not my job. I'm not doing romantic films anymore. George Clooney, own it. You look great for your age. You're in your 60s, but you have aged very well. I think that's not a title that you should get rid of. LIZZO, don't know if you remember her. She was canceled, but she's come back. She's been losing some weight. She looks phenomenal. LIZZO's going to star in a biopic about Sister Rosetta Tharpe, who is a gospel singer who became famous in the 30s and 40s. So doing a big throwback film. She's often referred to as the mother of rock and roll. Over Aretha Franklin? Correction, how could I be wrong? Aretha Franklin is the queen of soul. Okay, there we go. Black Christmas, 2019's reboot of Black Christmas tops a list of the worst remakes of all time. It's followed by Old Boy and A Nightmare on Elm Street. I have to say, the remake for A Nightmare on Elm Street, I actually love that movie. I know people ragged on Freddy and how he looked, but it was a good movie. So, give it a chance. Oh, this is wild. Someone posted a video online suggesting that Katy Perry is actually JonBenet Ramsey. And Katy commented on the post saying, quote, wait, am I? She plays along with everybody. I think that's hilarious. But no, she's not JonBenet Ramsey. Who would do that? That's weird. And I'll leave you with this one. Morgan Wallen, you know him. He's typically at the top of the Billboard charts. Doesn't matter if it's country or pop. Last night we let the liquor talk. This is actually a kind of a sad story because there's a gullible person everywhere and people fall for scams. I don't know if I've fallen for a scam. I might have. But, you have to be vigilant against these scams because they're very crafty. They're getting bigger and better all the time. So a Morgan Wallen fan in Texas was scammed out of $18,000. Did you hear that? 18 grand by someone impersonating him online. This is typically what happens. A fan account or somebody uses his profile picture will message somebody and then they're like, hey, I'm so-and-so. And somebody who really wants to talk to Morgan Wallen or somebody in that celebrity caliber will be like, oh my gosh, they're talking to me. And it's a scam. She first sent the scammer an Apple Music gift card. And that's the biggest tip. When somebody asks for an iTunes gift card or a gift card of some kind, it's a scam. Just block them immediately. And then, oh my gosh, it got worse. She handed over her bank account information and social security number. Oh my goodness. I feel bad for this person because that's just unfortunate, but oh, don't do that. Don't ever give your social or bank account information to anybody. Okay. Find Jesus in this situation. I hope she gets her money back and I hope she learned to learn a good lesson. And I hope Morgan Wallen steps in and maybe gives her the 18 grand back because he's good to his fans. And that would be a really nice gesture on his part. $18,000. That's so much money. As always, thank you for watching another episode of Bobby's Podcast. Wherever you get your major socials and streaming platforms at Bobby's Podcast. I'm also on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, all the things. And I want to take you out with my new catchphrase that my sister encouraged me to come up with. She didn't improve this one, but I like it. I'm just going to go with it. Cut the check!